Welcome to this episode of CynSpeaks. I am your host, Cynamon Voe, and today we are going to talk about the topic of awareness and living in the moment. The topic is connected to so many other areas, such as intention and many other topics, but bringing awareness to the concept of awareness can really help us grow in that our guidance will come from our ability to be aware. So if you're a busy person and you work a lot and you're helping others and that's where most of your focus goes, it may be difficult for you to stop. Sometimes life will give you opportunities and at times even make it an obligation to stop and reset. In that moment of resetting, you actually are being given an opportunity to receive. What I mean by that is when you're constantly pushing out information, pushing out requests to the universe, to God, to source, to spirit guides, whatever it may be, if you're constantly pushing out information, but you're not stopping long enough to receive guidance, your prayers are pretty much pointless. So being in a space of receiving is far more important than even being in a space of requesting. And that's because when you are receiving, you're in a space to accept the knowledge that will help you grow, but also answer whatever requests you're giving. And if you're not giving yourself the time to sit and be aware of what's really going on and take things in, if life doesn't give you that other side of the polarity chain, right? If it doesn't give you the opportunity to just relax for a second or stop what you're doing to rethink things and receive messages, you're going to constantly go, but there won't be any growth. You'll be doing the same things over and over again. So if you're finding that life is bringing you to a space of stop, and you feel that that's your message, to stop and do nothing until you have the inspiration to do something. This is also connected to living in the moment, because when you're living in the moment and really being aware of your situation and where you are in the moment, and a great way to practice this is to simply find your breath. If you're doing those things and you're finding your breath in the moment and you're not allowing situations to pull you outside of this beautiful energetic vibration that you've created, you're also being more conscious of your thoughts and you are paying attention for signs. So signs and guidance can come to you when you are fully aware and paying attention to everything that's going on. There is a negative side to being aware, because if you are too aware, that's where anxiety starts to creep in. That's where overthinking starts to creep in. This is something I've struggled with and I continue to struggle with. It's just overthinking things. And living in the moment is so much more powerful because you are gauging the situation for what it is in this moment, without too much reference to the past or without too much leaning on the potential of the future. You're gauging things in the moment. If you're in a scenario with a person and you are really in the moment and you're paying attention to what's going on, you are also more likely to recognize changes in their energy and pay attention to their body language and potentially interpret their intentions if you are aware and at peace and in the moment. So being aware, living in the moment, being conscious of your thoughts, paying attention to signs, those are all things that will help you grow to that next level of your life. If you're in a space where you feel stuck, it's probably because you're not supposed to do anything. If you're in a space where you have so many ideas that you don't know which one to execute, you probably don't need to execute any yet until it becomes very clear to you. So you can request guidance. You can request a sign to guide you in the right direction. That will come to you. You may have a thought that randomly comes to you. You may have a dream that brings you clarity. You may have a friend that says something to you. This happens to me all the time because my friends and I are pretty much family. We're connected, and they always bring me messages without even knowing it. So I know that if I'm in a space of being unsure, that not only will it not last, but that clarity will come soon. So I don't really worry when I'm in that space. It's actually kind of nice to sit back and not push so hard and not execute all the time and not be in the space of go, 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 because life sometimes makes me stop. And it's happened a couple times. I've just broken my foot. I rarely get sick, very rarely, but if I do get sick, I know that that's a sign for me to stop and slow down, and that I'm not taking the proper time to take care of me and take care of my body. I sometimes get the urges to just disconnect, and that's a completely separate topic, but that allows me to be in a space of full awareness of what's really going on in my reality and not be as influenced by external people or situations or energy or avenues, because social media can kind of jade our perspective and make it difficult to stay in the moment because we're looking at somebody else's reality and not really fully in ours. So be mindful of that as you go through your day. Think about those opportunities to be more aware and to live in the moment. Acknowledge nature. Pay attention to somebody when they're talking to you. Don't multitask when somebody's trying to tell you something important. Stop what you're doing. Put your phone down. It doesn't have to be in your hand all the time. And just listen to them and really give them your undivided attention. And you will probably benefit from that interaction far more if you are in it and you are fully present. That will improve the quality of your relationships. It will improve the quality of your interactions, but it will also improve the connectivity with yourself. You'll feel more connected to yourself because you no longer will have the need to be connected to your phone or focus on the past or focus on the future that hasn't happened yet. When you're living in the moment, that's the most sure place that you can be. That is the space that is real. That is the space that is relevant. That is the truest form of being, is being in this moment right now. If you can master that, I believe that your peace of mind will improve. It has for me. I struggle with it regularly. I am definitely an overthinker, but my favorite part of my day is when I get to let go of all the things that have been going through my head all day and meditate. And you may catch me in the middle of the day meditating because I need to reset and move into a better space of awareness. And life kind of pulls us off of that. So if you can master that and practice that every day, it's not a destination, so you'll never fully get there. But if you can practice that and do your best to be mindful and aware, live in the moment, intentionally clear your mind, and take note of your thoughts, you will be more receptive to the signs and the guidance that is brought to you with the purpose of making you better and helping you grow. So at the end of the day, it will benefit you, but it will also help improve the quality of those relationships that are important to you. Think about that. Ponder on that. I want to hear what you think of that and how it helps you. As always, thank you so much for listening in and joining me. I am so thankful for this opportunity to share little nuggets of information with you guys. Make sure as you're growing and as you are receiving the messages that come through me to you, that you share with people that you also think will benefit, because that's really what I'm doing, is trying to help as many people as possible. I know that not everybody is ready to receive this type of information. So the fact that you are in a space where you know you're ready, I commend you for being brave to initiate that thinking for self and taking the time for you to connect with yourself and grow just a little bit every single day. That is huge. It is difficult to do in today's society, but I'm thankful that I get to be an avenue to help you move forward to those next steps in your life. As always, add me on Instagram at Cynamon Voe. Make sure you subscribe so that you get alerts. I have been working really hard to keep episodes coming through every single day, so I will continue to try to push through with that model as long as I possibly can sustain that. So make sure you subscribe so that you get alerts. I usually post them at 10 a.m. Arizona time. That way you're not getting a ping at 6 a.m. with a new podcast episode, even though I record them at all hours of the night. So they come through 10 a.m. Arizona time. I try to do it every day. I've missed a couple days this year, but I'll make up for it. By the end of the year, you will have 365 episodes. I promise you that. So make sure you're sharing and you're subscribing and you're staying connected. I'm working on some other projects that will bring you some more tools for growth and healing. And just stay with me. Stay with me on this journey. I'm excited. I'm enjoying it, every aspect of it. And I'm thankful that you are on this journey with me. So think about all the things that I shared. Focus is awareness. And you have an amazing, amazing day. And share a little bit of nugget of information. Share a nugget of information. Just a little bit of information with somebody today. So help somebody grow just a little bit by sharing something that may help them from a space of love and light. And see how that benefits you as well. Until next time.